In this video, I'm gonna survive 100 days on a deserted island. My goal is to get OP items, defeat the dragon, get a beacon, and transform this tiny island into something insane. So as always, let's start by cutting down the only tree that we've got here, and luckily I already got a sapling, so we're safe. I really hope we get some more, but we'll see. We've got 4 wood logs. This means that we need to use them wisely, so we definitely need a crafting table because without it, we aren't gonna do anything. And now we're definitely gonna need sticks. But let's only make 4 for now, just so we don't use up too much wood. Alright, we've got 2 saplings, 3 saplings. Oh wow, 4 even. We're rich. I'm also trying to not sprint too much because as you can see, there really isn't any food on this island. At least I haven't seen any animals or anything. So let's plant these saplings just so we get some more trees in here. Let's see if we have some more. No, it's just some sticks. Oh, and also these. We should definitely get seeds because this is currently our only source of food. But let's first check out this shipwreck, just because we could find iron or anything else that could make my life just a bit easier. Oh yeah, I definitely gotta keep my eyes on my hotbar because I almost just drowned. Dude, it's so deep here, I just realized. This island is so deep. Wait, no, I meant the ocean. Oh, and also I'm swimming this way on purpose because when you do the sprint swimming thing, my hunger goes down as if I was like sprinting, which is not what we want. Okay, we are right above the ship. I need to make this quick. Okay, screw it, I'm sprinting. There's gotta be a door here, right? Nope, there's no door. Okay, I panicked. I shouldn't have. Uh-oh, please. Oh my god, that was so close. Okay, let's try again. Let me take a sip of tea. There's no door. So I gotta go in there, loot a chest, go back and do that a couple of times, I guess. No hesitating. Let's just go in. Okay. Okay, I got it. I've got 3 bubbles. That's not good. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna take damage. Ow. But at least we've got iron, 11 ingots, and there's 1 more chest inside. And if I'm not wrong, I'm pretty sure that one's supposed to have food in it sometimes. Okay, I'm talking too much. Let's just dive in. Let's try and get the food. Okay, there's a chest. Okay, we've got this, and this. Okay, we've got a whole bunch of stuff. Let's just get out. Let's just run. Okay, I'm definitely taking damage again. So our loot is currently looking like this. So let's get back to our island. We've got some rotten flesh and I'm thinking that I could try eating it, but you know, eating rotten flesh is pretty much gambling on whether you get hungry or not. Let's try it anyway. And we got food poisoning, GG. I probably shouldn't move with hunger just so I don't lose as much hunger bars, so let's just wait it out. So now, I've got boots, let's put them on, why not? And now we've got some problems to solve, the first of which being hunger. And I think the strat here is to use these 2 potatoes I found in the shipwreck. So let's make an iron pickaxe, an iron axe, not a hoe, an axe, and then we can mine 2 pieces of cobblestone. And with these 2 pieces of cobblestone, we can make a hoe, which unfortunately means making more sticks. And now we've got ourselves a pretty neat set of tools. I've also noticed that the sun is setting, and I don't have a bed, and this island is the only place where mobs can spawn, so things might get unfun real soon. But before we worry about that, let's walk up somewhere closer to the ocean. This spot should be good, and let's plant 2 potatoes because we can't really do much else right now. Let's also plant the weed seeds we got earlier because I can't really think of any other use for them. And from what I know, since there isn't much light here, our crops might break, but I'm not sure if it works like that. So I think my best course of action right now is to just wait for one of my saplings to grow into a tree. And I think in the meantime, we could flatten the island a bit and expand it. Okay, I knew this would happen. There's a zombie already and it sees me and now there's a spider. It's not looking too good, guys. Just because I can't really afford to take damage right now. But I think we can take on this spider. Why is there a trident here? Okay, I'm out of here. I don't like how I can hear them throw the tridents. Okay, there's more. He might be able to 2-shot me, not gonna lie. I'm thinking of making a boat and just getting out of here for a bit. I think we could get away with that. Okay, I've got 8 plus. Hell nah. Oh my god, I genuinely think I got a heart attack. I think it's just a little rude to barge in with a trident like that. I think he can kill me in 2 hits. Oh my god, okay, I'm talking too much. Well, that would be it for the whole not taking damage thing. Why can't they even go on land, bro? That's so OP. Oh hey, we got copper. That's so awesome. We really aren't in the greatest situation, so for now I'll just shut up and find another shipwreck. Okay, this is the same shipwreck as last time, except now I've got doors, so now I'll be able to prevent that from happening. Now let's get in here because I think there's 1 chest we missed last time, at least I think so. Now we can take the emeralds and all the other stuff. I hate how dark it is in here, I can't see anything. Oh yeah, and the wood. Okay, wait, this is important. Pretty big amounts of it too. I'd really love to see anything in here, but I guess you can't have everything. Also, there was a door here. I think it's gotten a little brighter now. Come on, come on. Oh. I guess I was wrong. It definitely has not gotten brighter. Now I'm thinking that I really shouldn't have used up all the wood for planks because I could have made charcoal for torches. Oh well, I should have thought that one through, I guess. Oh, and this guy's still here, and none of my trees have grown. Alright, we gotta try and kill it. Oh, okay, I might have missed. Alright, you know what? Since it's night and I can't really see anything and don't have much to do, I should probably look for something to kill time with. And I think the best I can do right now is just flatten the terrain a bit and expand the island. Maybe that'll help with the animal spawning. So allow me to use my iron and make myself a shovel, and let's get to digging. I can see that the sun is rising, so luckily it's gonna get brighter in a second. I really hope this doesn't bother you guys, but I decided that for the rest of the video, I'm gonna be using full bright. Because really, I don't like playing without being able to see anything, and it makes the viewing experience better, so really it's a win-win if you think about it. And also it's way easier for me to see shipwrecks like that one over there. The sun has risen, no trees have grown, so I'll just keep digging and see if anything happens. Alright, as you can see, I've dug out a bit of the island. I also think that it would be good to move these saplings to a flatter surface so that they have a higher chance of growing, because that's the goal here, so let's get on that. Now that I'm thinking about it, skeletons would be really useful right now. Actually, maybe a mob farm isn't too bad of an idea. It's just that I need a lot of blocks for that, and I think that wood is our best bet as of right now, and as you can see, we're still working on that. So instead of doing nothing, let's go check out that shipwreck over there. Alright, we're here. Let's place a door and chest number 1. A lot of iron, nice. What about this one? Okay, we've got some more paper and even a map. Chest number 3. Wheat, coal. Okay, that's really good. This is really good, guys. We're making progress. Let's also gather some of that wood from here because that's definitely going to come in handy. And there's definitely a good amount of it in here. Let's crank up the render distance just so I can always have the island in view. Just so, ooh, yep, this is another reason why it's good to crank up your render distance. Wait, so if we got that nether portal working, our block problem would be pretty much solved. Because as you know, netherrack breaks very quickly and there's pretty much an infinite amount of it. So that doesn't seem like too bad of an option. Also, I see another shipwreck, nice. But let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Let's take it slow. Is there even a chest here? Honestly, even if there isn't, I might just snatch the gold block. Okay, I can see the chest. That's real nice. I don't know what I'm gonna need the gold for, but why not, you know? I'm also take the magma blocks. Those are good actually because they give us air underwater. Ooh, we got obsidian, a lodestone, a flint. Okay. There's also this. There's chests in there, right? Yeah, there is. Let's check it. Oh no, I heard a trident. Let's skedaddle. That definitely seems like a cool structure, but I don't want to fight with the guy with the trident. So our best bet is probably to just get back to our island. Oh wow, the trees still haven't grown. I think we might need to make a mob grinder. Like, that sounds like the only logical step, because a mob grinder is going to give us a lot of bones, which in turn is going to give us a lot of trees. And more trees means we get to expand our mob grinder, which gives us even more bones. Okay, so we got 6 coal. We've also got some wood. Okay, I'll keep some of that. The rest we can turn into torches. And now the plan is as follows. First, let's light up the island just so no unwanted guests come here. Okay, let's say that's enough. Now we take some dirt, or maybe sand actually, and now let's turn it into sandstone. It won't be too much, but it's still something. Let's turn it into slabs, and now we should have a decent amount of blocks to build with. And here's what I'm gonna do with that. We're just gonna bridge this way, and at the end we'll build a platform. And logically speaking, mobs should spawn on it, which also includes skeletons, and yeah, that's gonna be our mob grinder. And just so it's safer, let's put down a door. And ladies and gentlemen, our incredible mob grinder has been finished. Now let's maybe turn down our render distance to like 9, and now we have to move away from the platform. I probably should have built it even further from here, but I didn't have the materials, so let's just wait and see if anything spawns. Though I still think I should be a bit further away. That's fine, I can just use the boat to swim away. Alright, we've got a creeper here, which doesn't change the fact that our farm kind of sucks. Like, this really isn't the type of guy I want to see right now. But that's something, right? I mean, like, it's a whole creeper. You gotta start somewhere, I guess. So for now, let's just... Hey, more mobs. This time it's spiders. Still not what I need, but we're getting there, I guess? Spiders aren't all that bad as well, because we can get strings, and we can use strings to make a fishing rod. I think we've got the exact amount we need for that as well. Wait, guys, I might become a fisherman. It's something like this, right? Yes! Alright, this is good. This is really, really good. So now I guess I'll just cast my fishing rod and wait for the mobs to spawn in the meanwhile. Not sure if you can catch bones, but if you can, then that's pretty darn good. I guess fish are fine too. Alright guys, I've caught 3 fish. The sun is rising. For some weird reason, our trees still haven't grown. So I think that we can begin a very interesting activity. That being mining. Because even though this world's just an ocean, there still should be caves underneath. Which means we'll be able to find diamonds, and with diamonds we can mine obsidian, and that's gonna let us get into the nether, and getting into the nether will let me get a lot of bone meal. So I guess the smart thing to do would be to wait for all my potatoes to grow, but we don't really have time for that. I'll definitely take a clock just in case. Also a shovel, and I think we can get to digging. I think here should be fine. I guess that would be it for that tunnel. Cool. Ooh, alright. That's more like it. It is all covered in water, but we've got a good amount of iron here. I don't think it's a bad idea. Maybe we'll find some iron. Maybe we'll find some diamonds. I mean, the world is my oyster, right? Did I take a door with me? Oh, of course, I didn't take a door with me. And our trees have grown. Okay, wait. Let's get those first then. I'll have to wait for the saplings and plant them, but it's worth it. Just so we can have more and more wood. Oh my god, is that an axolotl? Ooh, okay. Hell yeah. Okay, wait, so much is happening right now. First of all,
I'm gonna try and catch you, buddy.
let's make a crafting table. Let's use up 3 iron ingots to make a bucket. Come here. We got him! Okay, we have an axolotl. Life is beautiful. And we found diamonds. I really can't complain, guys. I just can't. So now let's get the door and just mine this 1 diamond for now. Okay, I got it. Now, can I place it? Oh, I can't. Okay, that's fine. Let's just swim out of here. Everything's fine. We got our first diamond. And there's at least 3 here. So that's already a pickaxe. So we should be set. Let's put the door down. Oh, wow. That was a 5 vein. Let's get all of that. Dude, 5 diamonds. That took like no time. And we also have an axolotl. Bro, this is perfect. Well, if it's going so well, why not just swim around a bit more? You know, get some more stuff. What? Dude, this game is so easy. Let's just keep going, I guess. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna put down my crafting table, make another bucket, and just snatch this guy, because why not? I could do that. Free will exists. I'll have some friends, I'll have someone to talk to, and I'm just sitting here, you know, pumping out those videos. It's just so overwhelming. I don't know what to do. Are you even listening? You know what I just realized? I've been trying so hard to get more and more wood, just so I have anything to build with, even though I straight up have infinite cobblestone right below me, which I can use to make slabs, which means I can make an actual mob grinder. So I think it's time for a mining sesh. And so I got to mining a whole lot of cobblestone, after which I went on to make a very advanced mob farm. Alright guys, I just finished building the mob grinder and, well, let's be honest, it looks pretty bad. But as you can see, it works pretty well, and it'll definitely be a neat source of items. But before we get to punching mobs, it'll be nice to make ourselves a sword, because all I've got right now is just an iron axe, which really isn't the greatest. So let's jump down. And oh my god, we got sheep and a chicken. Oh, it's one of those new chickens. It's like brown. It even dropped a brown egg. I really wasn't expecting to see animals so soon. We even got a little chicken. Let's go. And our potatoes grew. I don't think I need to plant anymore for now. Ah, whatever. Let's put 2 here. Why not? Okay, so now that we got animals here, it'd be cool to give them a little spot to live in. And by that, I mean a farm that they, you know,
Can't leave.
I think here would be nice. It's already pretty square. We just need to make it a bit squarer. Something like this should be good for now. We need some fences, so let's go get some wood. Also, the trees are growing so fast now. That's really good. But that's not important right now. What's important is for me to take this wood and craft it into sticks. And let's make not fence gates fences. Not sure if 12 is enough, but it's a start. Yep, that's where you're gonna live, bro. All right, let's get to it. Now let's get some seeds just to have the chickens follow us. And let's get you guys in here. Oh no, did the small chicken just... Oh my god. Come here. Come here, please, guys. Alright, we've got our chickens. Let's also get our sheep in here. They like wheat, right? Yep. And we got 3 sheep. Now let's make a sword and see how good my mob grinder actually is. Shouldn't be too bad. It would also be nice to expand our potato farm a bit, because this whole time I've been eating pretty much only rotten flesh. But I think when we start consistently getting a lot of bone meal from the skeletons, our food problems should get better, and maybe even get solved. And the mobs disappeared. But we've already got a zombie in here. Did he just drop a bone or am I tripping? Nah, I think it was just there and I picked it. Ooh, I can already tell collecting the items is going to be a small issue, but I gotta tell you, these mobs are coming in real fast. I could have built it a little higher so they're always one hit. Oh well, I'm not going to change it now because I kind of can't. Either way, the mobs are coming in at a good pace, and not only are we getting a lot of rotten flesh, which we can eat, so now I'm going to spend like 15 minutes in here just grinding mobs, and we'll see how much loot I get. Alright guys, it's officially been 15 minutes. I managed to use up 1 sword, but I gotta tell you, the farm works. As you can see, I've got over a stack of rotten flesh despite me eating it the whole time. Got over a stack of bones, which is really good, and a whole lot of other stuff like gunpowder. Let's make sure to close the door so no one comes through. Oh my god, is that a cow? Oh my god, are those 2 cows? And a sheep! Really nice. I'm liking this, I've gotta tell you. Let's put some stuff away. And the thing I'd like to make... What just punched me? Right, a phantom. Yeah, I gotta make shears and shave some sheep. Luckily, there's enough brown ones. Come here. Alright, I got him. Oh, no. This guy's really not... He's like, oh my god, I can't speak. Get out of here. These trident guys are really scaring me, I gotta tell you. The worst part is that they can just go on land just like that. Either way, bed. Look at that, the rain is gone, another beautiful day has started, and we can focus on evolving our island. First of all, as I said, do I have wheat? I don't, but we can solve that problem very easily. All I gotta do is just take a potato and replace it with wheat. And where's our other cow? Oh wow, it just came into the farm by itself. Awesome. Now I'm just gonna make some carpets so I can go in and out. Perfect. Let's also breed the cows right away, just so there's more and more of them. And I think we're gonna have to expand that farm soon. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. I gotta tell you guys, we're making real progress here. Potatoes are growing, our trees are growing, our animals are... You know, let's make a chest just so I can clean up my inventory a bit. So now, first of all, let's take care of our food situation. I think the right thing to do would be to get, like, I don't know, a stack of potatoes. So allow me to do exactly that. Alright, we've got a stack and 30. I don't think we need any more as of now. So let's take one of our furnaces and turn it into a smoker, just like so. Let's put it right here, slap in a stack of taters. And now, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to use wood, but oh well. Let's put in 20. And just like that, our food situation seems to have been settled for the foreseeable future. But as you can see, we've still got plenty of bone meal left. So now I think I'm just gonna keep on planting trees and growing them, and that's because the next thing I want to put on this island is gonna be some kind of house. Because come on guys, we can't be homeless. What is this, my hardcore world? So now I'm gonna put on some tunes and I'm gonna cut down wood until I have enough to build an actual livable house. Alright, now that we've got like 3.5 stacks of wood, we should be able to get started with building our house. Honestly, it's gonna be more of a hut than anything because I really can't do much else with this amount of blocks. And either way, I do think that I'd like to build something more open, so not so much a house, but just kind of have an open space in here. That would be pretty cool, and we could later make it into a house. And overall, by the end of this video, I'd like to make this island something crazy. Oh, we've got a guy with a shell here. Sorry bro, I really want that. Now I'm just thinking where to place the house. I think here? I think this hill gives off a nice vibe, but I should probably replace the sand with dirt, so let me get on that. Alright, our spot is looking nice. So our hut, because yes, I changed my mind, I've decided it's gonna be a little hut, and I guess we can start by putting down... I really shouldn't be screaming, it's late. So we're gonna start a build by placing down some logs because the plan is that the hut is gonna be like elevated, and underneath we're gonna have a farm just so we utilize all the space we've got on this island because there really isn't much of that. I think placing them 5 blocks apart should be fine. And now that I'm thinking about it, it really sucks that we only have one type of wood, so it won't really be as good as I imagined. Actually, aren't shipwrecks made of spruce? We might have to try that out. Okay, so the plan is to go around looking for shipwrecks and chopping them down so we hopefully get some spruce wood. But before we do that, I should probably get myself some armor. And since I've never worn it before, I think I could go with copper armor. But for that, we're gonna need some more copper. Luckily, it's literally everywhere. And it drops a lot, so that really isn't gonna be an issue. Yeah, that should be enough to make the armor. Leggings, boots, a helmet, and chest plate. And ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in my life, I am wearing copper armor. Looks interesting, but honestly it's not that bad. I don't hate it. It works for the time being. By the way, I don't know if I told you guys, but I made a diamond axe a bit ago. Either way, let's take everything that's important. And now, if I recall correctly, shipwrecks are mostly made of spruce wood. And I think spruce could work really well here, but I don't know if it's gonna look good because I was also thinking it could use some dark oak. Either way, let's hop in the boat and see what awaits us. Alright, first let's check out the one we found in the very beginning. Let's see if there's any cool wood here. There is a lot of spruce wood, so I will definitely take that. Okay, I decided to come back home for a sec, and that's because of this thing I found earlier, which is a lodestone. Also, I managed to drop some redstone from witches that spawn in my mob farm, so now using the iron we have left, we can make ourselves a compass. And let's see if this works. Alright, now our compass will always point towards the island and we shouldn't ever lose it. Honestly, I'm not sure if I've ever done that before in my life, and now let's go searching for more shipwrecks. I think I'll spare you the boring stuff and just show you some kind of nice time lapse. Okay, I've managed to get some wood, so I think we can get back to building our hut now. Maybe let's start with kind of like a border around the logs. Now let's make some slabs and fill some of this in. I think we could try and make some barrels. Okay, 7 should be enough. Let's try placing them as something like a base for the poles. Unfortunately, I'd really like to use spruce logs here, but we don't have that. So I'm gonna try using oak wood and see how it comes out. Maybe something like that. I guess that's fine. Let's place one more here because we're gonna have a door here and a window here. I just hate that we have barely any wood options because it's gonna look so bland. Alright, let's make it 1 block taller and connect it. I think I made it too wide. The one before was better. Alright, I think that's slightly better. Let's just fill in the walls. I'm still kind of upset we can't get spruce logs, but it is what it is. Okay, nah, this idea isn't gonna work without stripped spruce logs. And apparently they're in most shipwrecks. So I'm just gonna go back, look for that, and finish the house, I guess. Alright guys, this is how the hut is looking right now. As you can see, the roof is still unfinished and it's really not that detailed. But hey, I made these cool stairs. I think it has potential, but we still have to do some stuff, like the roof for example. And after thinking for a bit, I decided that it would be cool to fill it up with bricks, like classic clay bricks. And I'm not really sure if clay spawns in this world, but I guess it should because it's the ocean, right? So let's go diving around and see if I can find any clay. Because so far from what I've seen, it's really just sand, gravel, and no clay. So another option could be looking for lush caves, if they even spawn here. We'll see. I'll get back to you if I find it. Or if I don't. Oh, let's go. We got clay. Oh, wow. That was a lush cave. Perfect. There's so much clay around here. So let's get some of that and hope that it's enough to make a cool roof. Alright, so now all we gotta do is just place everything down. I'll probably have a chimney somewhere here so it looks cooler. But other than that, it's looking real nice. So now let's go to the other side. We can make ourselves a couple of flower pots, put them under the windows. Now let's put in the glass. And now we can do something like this. And it's looking pretty nice. So let's do that for the other side. Nice. And like I said earlier, we can plant some potatoes down here. And what are you doing here? Mamma mia. So now to finish this off, let's break this block, go like 3 blocks up, maybe some stairs here, put some planks on top of all of that, surround it with trapdoors, break this, put down a campfire, and just like that, we've got a nice chimney, and it's even emitting smoke. I gotta tell you, I actually really like how this turned out. I guess you could say the hut is finished. Let me just grab some fences and put them down like so. Okay, now it's done. So now, I can finally move my chest, furnaces, bed, and everything inside. Even though there really isn't much space inside. I mean, I can show you. Yeah, as you can see, again, there is not much space inside, but I think we can fit everything we need to. So let's take our bed, our lodestone, the furnaces, pretty much everything we've got here, and it's done. I definitely gotta work on the ceiling a bit more, but other than that, it's pretty cozy in here. We got our bed, you know, some chests, everything we need. So now that our first build on this island has officially been finished, I think we can get to upgrading our armor. Now to do that, first of all, we're gonna need diamonds. And it would be good to have fortune on my pickaxe, but to get that, I'm gonna need an enchanting table. And to get that, actually, now that I think about it, I might have everything I need. I have 2 diamonds, I have obsidian. Do I have a book? I'm pretty sure I had a book. I even got 3 books, so I can make the enchanting table itself. It's just that we're gonna need bookshelves, so we're gonna need to pass on that for a bit. Either way, I think it would be a good idea to go to the nether, because I've been planning to do this for a while, and I think that now would be the right time to do that. So now I'm gonna have to get the obsidian from the portal that was like way over there. Oh, and also we've got turtles on our island. That's actually pretty good because we might be able to make that turtle helmet that I'm pretty sure lets you breathe underwater. We'll see. Alright, I see the portal. Okay, we've gotten 10 obsidian, so now let me take some iron. I'm also gonna need a flint. Do I have that? Yes, I do. Perfect. Flint and steel. I'm sorry. And our portal is complete. Oh my god. Also, I think that it's finally time for us to change that copper armor into something else. Let's go inside and take it off. Put it away here, get iron, which I have a lot of from looting shipwrecks. And let's make some iron armor because I think it's finally time. Let's put it on. And I don't think we're gonna be any more ready than this. So let's take our boat. And ladies and gentlemen, we are entering the nether. And of course, we spawn right above lava. Neat. Wait, I just realized something. I was gonna say we spawned in one of the worst biomes because we don't have the best items and this biome is pretty dangerous, but I just saw something. As you can see right next to the bones, there's this little gas guy, and we're definitely gonna want to take him, just because I don't think I've ever tried out this feature, even though it's been in the game for a while, so this would be the perfect time to do so. By the way, that's a happy ghast for those of you who don't know. It's a dried out happy ghast, even though he really isn't looking too happy right now. So let's try to get over there and take him. Of course, we're also gonna want to find another fortress, but let's not get too ahead of ourselves. By the way, if you made it this far into the video and you're enjoying it, I encourage you to subscribe, because most of you aren't subscribed, and apparently it doesn't really matter for the algorithm, but still, it would be really nice if you did. Okay, we're not even gonna have to walk over there, even though I've already set my sights on that one, because we've already got another one right here, and I guess we could just take him? I guess we got him just like that. That's pretty funny. Let's also take some of these bones, and I guess we can go looking for a fortress now. Oh wow, these are really common. There's another one right over there. Oh no, never mind. That's not a fortress, that's a bastion. I guess we can go there as well. If I don't find a fortress before getting there, then why not, right? I just gotta watch my legs and everything should go smoothly. Oh, and also I think it would be good if we farmed Enderman for a bit, because as you probably already know, I'm gonna try and defeat the dragon on this world, which means that I'm gonna need a fair share of pearls, but I don't think that's gonna be much of an issue. So just gotta get it into a boat and... fortress. Oh my god, that jump scared me so hard. I guess in hindsight, it would have been good to make a shield because I had all the materials for that, but whatever, I guess. I guess we're gonna have to make do without it. Let's hope that it isn't gonna be too big of an issue. Oh, here it is, a blaze spawner. Though I think I'm gonna walk around a bit more first. Also, please stop shooting me. Let's see if there's anything good this way. Oh hey, another one. I'd say this one's in a better location. We got our first blaze rod. Yeah, just a bit more and we're golden. Alright, we got it. Though, just to be safe, I'm just gonna get one more. Cool. Alright, blaze rod number 7. Alright, let's get out of here. I don't think I want to be here any longer. Let's go home. We are back on our island. I've got 14 pearls, 7 blaze rods, which means that we are going to be looking for the stronghold. But before we do that, by the way, we're doing this for the bookshelves. We're not going to fight the dragon yet. So let's go into our hut, put away everything that we currently do not need. And what I'd like to do is to water this guy because I'm pretty sure that's how you do it, right? I haven't done this yet, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. We put him on the ground, get some water. I guess also place this here just so it doesn't spill all over. And there we go, I guess? I mean, something happened, so I guess our guy's hydrated. Either way, I just realized that I think we have to tame him in some way, and I'm not sure, but I think you do it with snow. And if that's the case, then we might have a small problem. Though, from what I remember when I was up there and it started raining, I'm pretty sure I saw some snow somewhere around here. I guess we'll check that out when it starts raining, because I think that if we don't get snow, we might be a little screwed, but again, we'll see. Either way, let's make some blaze powder, let's make 12 eyes, and put these two away for now. Oh yeah, also my pickaxe is at 19 durability, so that's not so good. Maybe I could make myself some new tools, but I'm not gonna go crazy with it. And I'm gonna make them with iron because I don't really have that many diamonds. We are gonna go mining later, but as I said, everything in its time. And since we're at level 30, actually no, we can't do enchanting because I used up my obsidian, but that's gonna be an easy fix. All we gotta do is go to the nether, let's quickly get some lava. Oh my god, that was way too close for comfort. Dude, my heart started beating so fast. Let's get out of here. So now we can put our lava in the water, mine our last block of obsidian. Oh hey, we also unlocked the recipe for this thing. Oh, you need leather for it though. I don't have that. I guess you can fish it, right? So I guess the gas is gonna be much more of a hassle than I expected. But whatever, I'm getting off track. Let's make an enchanting table. I guess we can place it, I don't know, here. And let's enchant our iron armor. Let's just do level 1 for now. That one's gonna be useful. Protection. Unbreaking, that's fine. And sure, unbreaking, why not? I guess I could also enchant my axe. Let's go with level 2, why not? And I guess we've got everything we need. And like I said, we aren't fighting the dragon yet. We're just gonna go get some bookshelves. So I guess I'm not gonna need anything else except the boat, which of course I forgot to take. Let's take that. And we can now officially go looking for a stronghold. We're definitely gonna need this if we're ever gonna want to use level 30 enchants, and we are, so let's go. I guess this way. I wonder how far away it's gonna be from my island. Actually, we might be able to just see it because the whole world is water, so that's not impossible, but we'll see. Alright guys, according to my advanced calculations, the stronghold is either on this chunk or on this chunk. And everything would be good if not for the fact that now I have to wait until my miner fatigue runs out. So yeah, that's so fun. I'm having so much fun. Awesome. Ooh, that's lucky. I'm not even gonna have to mine that much. Oh wow, that's the library. So now let's get as many books as we can. I guess we're not gonna need that many, but since we're already here, we can get like, I don't know, 1.5 stack, maybe 2. We can also check out if there's anything good in these chests. Got 3 enchanted books, a smithing template. Ooh, efficiency 4. That's pretty good. Either that or power 4, we'll see. This was pretty met, though I guess it's got sweeping edge on it, so I guess that could be useful. And efficiency 3, nothing crazy, but it's still something. Okay, let's see if we can find anything else, and if not, then we're going back home. Alright, 4 books. There's still potential. What do we have here? Efficiency 4, so we've got efficiency 5. Protection 3 is fine, nothing interesting. And nothing interesting. Alright, that's still good. So now we can officially leave. Oh hey, it's raining. That means we can go see if there's gonna be any snow. We just need to be fast enough. Because the idea is that I make a cauldron and I put it down where it's snowing, if that even exists. And that way we're gonna be able to get snow with which we'll be able to tame our happy ghast. We're also gonna need that leather, but I'll figure that out. Alright, we're here, and now moment of truth. Is it snowing anywhere? I think it was right here? I think I was tripping, unfortunately. I was so sure the snow was there, man. Yeah, I must have imagined it. Bummer, we might not be able to tame our friend then. Actually, how is he? Just sitting here like usual? Now I can finally put away all the stuff we found. Let's make some bookshelves. 15, because we don't need any more than that. Let's get our enchant. Let's get a whole lot of lapis. And I think the most logical place for it would be up there, because that's where we get our XP. I'm still thinking if there's any way we could get snow in this world, though I don't think there is, because the problem is that I don't think there's gonna be any snow in the ocean biome, so that might be it for the whole happy gas thing. But I'll keep thinking about it and I'll keep you updated. Either way, let's pick some space right here. It's not gonna look good by any standards, but that doesn't really matter. Let's put down our bookshelves. Let's put down our enchant, and is it level 30? Yes, it is. Awesome. So I think we can try getting fortune. I guess we can try enchanting it. Unbreaking 3, incredible. And another one. Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna farm XP for a bit. And the plan is to get fortune 3 and then go mine some diamonds. So I'm gonna put on some music and kill some mobs. Okay, we got Silk Touch. Not necessarily what I wanted, but that's fine as well. And now I have to make another pickaxe. Awesome. Alright, Fortune 2, I'm gonna keep enchanting, but if I don't get Fortune 3, I think I'm just gonna stick with this one. Alright guys, we've officially won the lottery. As you can see, we've got Fortune 3, so now all I've gotta do is get level 30 and we can finally go mine diamonds. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. Boom. We even got efficiency 4. Absolutely beautiful. We can finally jump down. Oh hey, our guy has hatched. Yo bro, how are you doing? It's so sad I can't tame it. Actually wait, I should look that up because maybe there's a way. Breaking news guys, we don't have to feed it snow to tame it, which is good because we have no way of getting snow. And now the only thing between me and the ability to fly on our happy guest is the lack of a harness, for which we need leather, so I think we're gonna go mine diamonds first, and after that we're gonna fish for a bit and hope that we get leather. Alright, this didn't take very long because Fortune 3 is really OP, but as you can see, we've gathered 43 diamonds, which means we can finally head back home and craft a whole diamond set. And what's cool is that we've still got 19 diamonds left, so we can also make ourselves some cool tools, but I'm gonna take care of that later. So now we've got our fishing rod, which we should probably enchant, because if I'm not wrong, the only way we can get leather is to fish it out of the water. I'm probably wrong, there's probably other ways, but it's the only way I've come up with, and I really want to fly on our friend. You are so cool. This guy's so adorable. Either way, we're gonna need a good fishing rod, and this book's got Luck of the Sea 3, so with the iron we just smelted, we can make ourselves an anvil, and I'm pretty sure Luck of the Sea decreases the chance to catch a fish and increases the chances to find anything else, which is good for our case. Boom. Now let's see how long it takes us to get 3 pieces of leather. Let's just hope this doesn't take 3 hours. Oh my god, I just realized how stupid I am. I need 3 pieces of leather, and I just realized it's right here. There is no reason for me to fish. I literally have cows. I feel so stupid, man. And even if I didn't have cows, I still have a nether portal. And you know what's inside? Hoglins. And they also drop leather, I think. So basically this whole fishing rod thing was complete nonsense. But I'm glad I realized this after only a couple of fish and not after 3 hours, because that would be absolutely horrible. So I guess we gotta breed the cows now. That really shouldn't be an issue though. It sucks that I didn't realize this earlier, because then I would have had more by now. But it is what it is. Alright, we've got 4 pieces of leather. So we need wool, leather, and glass. That's good, we should have all that. And I guess the color of the harness depends on what color of wool we use. And I think I'd like mine to be blue, so let's take this, make it dye. And do I have any wool? Let's do that, now that, and now we can make a blue harness. So now that we've got that, we just need to put it on our friend. It's just that he needs to get over here. Yeah, sure man, just fly away. Leave me alone on this island. It's no big deal. Come on, please. Yes, there we go. We got it. Oh my god, he's so big. This looks so cool. He's so slow though. This is so awesome, dude. I can just walk around as well. Okay, this is awesome. I shall name you Fernando. Yeah, I like that name. So here he is, Fernando the Ghast. I don't know if we can just let him fly around. You know what? Sure. He's definitely gonna come in handy when I'm gonna be building something cool, but more about that later. As for now, I think the best thing to do is to just grind XP up there and enchant my stuff. And after that, we can get to building some real cool stuff. And so I spent the next hour grinding XP and enchanting my items. Alright guys, it's been some time and allow me to show off some of my stuff, like this really good helmet I got, a neat chest plate, some neat pants. These boots are pretty good, though I had to connect 2 pairs and it cost me quite a lot of XP, but that's fine. I've also got a new fortune pickaxe, and also another one with silk touch. Either way, our inventory is now really good. Our friend Fernando is flying around. Of course it's raining, but that is not important right now. Right now, I feel like building. I guess building would be an overstatement. I just have an idea for a small and cool build, because as you might remember, at the beginning of the video, I caught these 2 axolotls, and this whole time, they've been sitting in these buckets. So I think it's only fair that we build them a cool aquarium or something. You know what? I give it some more thought and realized it would be a bit cruel to trap these guys in an aquarium, given that literally the entire world is an ocean. So you know what? I think I'm just gonna let him go. And now they have the whole world to explore. And now we still have some important stuff to do, and one of them is going to be expanding this island. And since it's the only island in this world, I want to make it something really nice. And to do that, I'm going to need to make it a fair bit bigger. And this doesn't seem like something that's going to be easy, given that the ocean is pretty deep. So making this look natural is going to take a lot of effort. But we did just make ourselves some brand new tools, so I'd say this is the perfect opportunity to use them. But first, let's make our way to the mob farm real quick. Kill some zombies, put 2 pickaxes together to make this beauty right here, and now I think I'm just gonna spend a few hours gathering materials and then using them to expand our island. So let's get to work. Okay, it is really late and I'm dying inside because I was gonna show you a neat little time lapse of me gathering everything and building this whole thing, but I straight up didn't record anything. Absolutely terrible, but at least now I can show you the progress. By the way, I gotta tell you that getting dirt on a world like this is absolutely terrible, but this is what I managed to get done. Of course, this whole thing is just a platform. I broke like 3 shovels, my silk touch pickaxe almost broke, and this is the result. I have a lot of ideas for the builds I'm gonna do here, but right now I gotta focus on actually finishing the island itself. I'm also gonna have to wait for the grass to spread everywhere so it actually looks normal, but for now, let's just fill all of these holes. Alright guys, here's how I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna fly up here and we're gonna do a little something called editing magic. So this is what the island looks like before putting in hours of work into it, and this is what it looks like after the whole ordeal. Let me tell you, the dirt is by far the worst part, and I know this doesn't really look like much, but these 3 hills are a nice base because we can structure everything around them, and it adds some shape to this whole thing. We're definitely gonna work on all of that, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty tired of placing all this dirt by now. So we're instead gonna be placing blocks in the end. We're gonna fight the dragon. So allow me to fly down. I'm gonna take all the things that are necessary for the fight, and I think there's no reason to wait any longer, so let's just jump down. And since we've already found the stronghold, I'm just gonna go into my screenshot folder and find the cores that I definitely saved. Alright, I've been walking around this stronghold for a solid few minutes, but we got it. And I see we've already got 4 eyes of Ender eyes, which is good because I don't have 12 eyes on me, I only have 9, but it's enough to light up the portal. Boom. Our portal has been lit, so let's jump in. Honestly, I don't think this fight is gonna take long because our items aren't too bad and the fight itself really isn't that difficult. Though I gotta say, I really like how the end generated because instead of being this solid island, it's got like holes in it, which is really interesting and I really like it. And now we just do the usual. First, let's break the crystals. Oh no. And now the easier part, let's just kill the dragon. And now that I'm thinking about it, I could have brought some beds to get it done faster, but oh well. I guess we're gonna do this traditionally. There we go, we got it. That's gonna be so much XP. But let's be honest, there really was no other outcome to this. We were pretty much destined to win. So now let's take all of this XP, and our final level is 64. Not terrible. I've already enchanted most of my items anyway, so it's whatever, to be honest. I guess we can also take the egg. Just like that. Let's go, we got the egg. And now we can finally do the thing I came here for, which is this thing. Or I guess the thing that's on the other side of that portal. Either way, let's build up there and maybe not fall into the void because that wouldn't really be the best for us. And alright, we're there. And of course, I had to spawn far away from any sort of island, but that doesn't really matter. Let's turn up the render distance to 32 chunks, and let's try to find an ancient city. I mean, ancient city, end city. By the way, here's a cool thing I noticed in a hardcore video I'm currently recording. I don't know when they added that, but they added those purple flashes in the end. I don't know why they would do that, but it looks kind of cool. So now let's just bridge over. And at this point, I think we could just pearl over. And I already see our first end city. And of course it has to be this far away. But at least it has the ship, so that's good. Alright, we're here. So the first thing we came here for are, of course, the shulkers. And the second is the elytra, which, to be fair, we don't really need because we already have our awesome happy ghast. I guess we can take some end rods as well because we could use them to make some cool stuff. Okay. Okay, that was Ow. Dude, I swear, every time I throw a pearl in the end, my heart skips a beat. Let's of course take the dragon head, and also the brewing stand, because why not? And of course, the one and only elytra. You already know we're taking that. Ooh, mending shoes. I need shovel. We don't really need the pickaxe. Let's just take all of that. Yeah, and let's just leave the rest. So now that we have finished another adventure, we can get back to building. And the first thing I'm gonna build is a nicer place for our animals, because let's be honest, their current living conditions really aren't the best. So let's put away everything unnecessary into the chests. And I think that the best place for the build is gonna be this hill right here. I know the grass hasn't fully grown here yet, but that doesn't really matter. Now here's the vision. It's still just gonna be a normal farm, but instead of being just square, I'm gonna try and make it more or less fit the shape of the hill. I'm also gonna add these wood poles just to make it a little cooler, and I'm gonna try and outline the whole thing just like so. Yeah, something like that. Now we're gonna have to connect all of this with fences, so we're gonna need a whole bunch of those. Let's see if 48 is enough. I doubt it, but we'll see. The only issue I have with the fences is that when you try to go diagonally, they go in like a zigzag, but there really is no other way. I'm just gonna do a little bit and see if I like it. Yeah, that's not too terrible. Let's do that. Let's also divide it for the animals. So like here are gonna be the cows, here are gonna be the chickens, and here are gonna be the sheep. Here's what it looks like right now. Does it look good? Debatable, but it works, so we can start bringing in the mobs. So let's start with the chickens.
My name is Gustav.
We've got 4 chickens right now. We'll see how many we'll have in a sec, because of course throughout the video I'm gonna be breeding them just so the farms are like filled and it looks a bit better. Here they come. Okay, it's a little makeshift for now, but we got them in and we can also feed them. Throw a couple eggs. Of course nothing hatched. Of course I'm gonna make this look better in a bit, but first we're bringing in the animals. Now the problem is that both cows and sheep like wheat, so we're gonna have to try and separate them. We'll see how that goes. Here I think we can put the cows, though the sheep seem to be much more interested. Not gonna lie, a leash would be really convenient right now. Alright, 3 sheep is enough. So now let's take care of the cows. Come here. Oh my god. Yep, just like that. Why did you stop? Oh my god, bro, no. Let's just leave that one for now. And of course, just so we don't have too much fun, a zombie had to show up. Okay, the cows are secured, finally. It's looking pretty bad right now, but we'll work on that. We've still got a cow left here, but I think we're gonna just let her go, you know, just let her live. So now that we've got all the animals in there, we can finally work on making the farm look better. And first of all, I'm gonna take care of these fences because they really don't look that good. Oh my god, stop! Alright, that looks a bit better. I'm also gonna place some more on top of these. And to finish it off, add some green, you know, nature. We're gonna make ourselves shears, cut down some leaves, and now we're gonna try and add some bushes around here. I think that idea has potential. And like, overall, I think leaves are really nice for filling an empty space. From experience, you can put them pretty much anywhere, and most of the time they're gonna look good. As long as you don't straight up make a wall of leaves and try and make it a bit random, it's gonna make your build look a lot more interesting. Like, this otherwise boring farm looks way better in my opinion now that I've added the leaves. And now I'm gonna have to make myself some more shears and also a shovel while we're at it. Let's shave some of the sheep, make a bunch of carpets, and just place them on the fences so we can go in and out. I really like this method because it doesn't look too bad and it's much more convenient than fence gates in my opinion, because the animals still can't leave the farm and I can, and it's neat. I guess we can add some paths towards every entrance. Oh right, yeah, now you can see the facade. Either way, let's add 3 paths, each leading to an entrance. We can also connect them, and now we have another part of the island that doesn't look that bad. Yeah, it could be improved, but it's something. And since we're here, let me just breed a couple of these. So now that the place for the animals has been finished, I decided to put a farm next to it. It really wasn't too hard. I just had to put down some slabs and stairs, and there we go. That's the farm. You know, I was just sitting here building the farm when I realized that there's a thing we didn't do, but we could do. As you know, the Nether has this thing called netherite, and I don't really see a reason why we wouldn't make netherite armor. And then I looked at the portal and I realized that while the whole island has been improving, this portal is still just kind of there. It doesn't even have the corners. So let's start by mining it out. And I think that spot right there would be perfect. And that way every hill is gonna have something on it. Actually, I don't know if this being diagonal won't make it look weird, because the portal can't be diagonal. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna tuck it away here so you can't see it. Light it up. Let's also connect my pickaxe with the one I found in the end so we get mending on it, which is really necessary for mining netherite. We can also add sharp 3 to our sword so we get sharp 4. And with that out of the way, we can now jump down, enter the nether. Oh wow, that is not optimal. If I didn't have that elytra, I genuinely might have died here. Either way, let's put it on, glide down, and begin our amazing quest to find netherite. Let's hope this doesn't take 3 hours, because that would suck. And now that we've got 16 ancient debris, we can split it and smelt it in our furnaces. Now let's craft it into ingots, and now we just need a smithing table. Let's take off our armor, put down the table, and... Oh my god. I guess we're not doing that then, because I forgot the templates. So that means another trip to the nether. And now we have to find a bastion, and I'm pretty sure I remember one being somewhere in that direction. Yep, there it is. I'm gonna borrow some of that gold because why not? Nobody has to know. And now I'm getting shot at, but that's no biggie because I can just fly away. And if I remember correctly, yep, that's where the chests are. So somehow I gotta get there and not get killed in the process. So let's just... Oh my god. Okay, I almost just jumped into lava. Nice. Alright, let's see. And the template is not in here, but there is another one, so we'll definitely take that. And also efficiency 4 pickaxe, don't mind if I do. And chest number 2. And of course there's no template, but we did get the second best disc in the game, which is Pickstep. I really like Pickstep, even though it's not one of the OG ones, but I still think Stall is the best one. I don't think that's ever changing. Is there more chests in here? I mean, maybe? Is there anything around here? Nah, there's no time to waste. Let's just look for another one. Bastion? Question mark? Hello? Oh, hey, there we go. This is a good one because I actually know where the chests are. I really hope the template is in here. And no template. Not in here either. Nice. Okay, we found it. Oh wow, 3 chest plates and 2 netherite ingots. We can make netherite tools now. That's dope. Perfect. Okay, let's get out of here. I don't want to be here any longer. This took way too long, bro. Oh my god. Ow! What am I doing? For context, I'm recording this late at night, so I think my brain just isn't keeping up anymore. Either way, let's get back to our base. So now, as I was saying, we can now make ourselves... Wait, I gotta duplicate the templates first. Do I have only 6 diamonds? There is no way. No, there's gotta be more somewhere. Nah, I definitely left them here, right? Please tell me I did. Alright, before we upgrade our armor, I'm gonna have to do some mining once again, just so I can duplicate smithing templates, and then we'll finally be able to make netherite items. Alright, I got myself a stack and 41 diamonds, which means we can get back home and duplicate our templates. Finally, we can get our templates, get our netherite, get our gold, and we can, if I can remember the recipe, yeah, like that, we can make 6. Let's make 7. Now let's put down our smithing table, take off our armor, and now do this, 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 and this, and we got a netherite helmet, chestplate, leggings, and boots. And we got an achievement. Dope. Now, I've also got these armor trims I found in the stronghold, and I want to see what it looks like. Okay, I don't hate that. Yo, wait, the gold goes hard. Yeah, this is a no-brainer. I'm taking the gold one. This is the first time I've done this, by the way, but I think I'm gonna do this on my hardcore world, just because it's so cool. Alright, let's put this on. Okay, the chestplate doesn't look the greatest. Same with the helmet, but the leggings and the boots look great. Either way, we've got a full set of netherite with trims, so that's awesome. And now, I think it's time to build something again. And the thing I want to build is a little bridge which is going to be like located between these 2 hills. I think it'll be pretty neat to have something like this in here. It is going to look a little weird considering the island is mostly just a platform that's floating in the water. So the bridge is also probably going to be floating. I don't know, we'll figure it out. Either way, let's get back into our house, put away all unnecessary items. Let's also make 2 new diamond axes because why not? Of course, let's also enchant it while we're at it. Efficiency 5 and breaking 3 should do the trick. And now let's get to building our bridge. So let's extend this by like, I don't know, this should be fine. I was thinking of using spruce logs and doing something like this so it looks like it's soaked in the water. It's a cool idea on paper, but I don't know. I'm not sure about this. Honestly, I don't hate it. I guess we can do something like this. Let's fill it with slabs just so we use up less blocks. And now some fences. Well, it's nothing crazy, but maybe we can still do something with it. Honestly, I still wish we had more wood types in here because everything is just kind of one color. We could also add some fences here because why not? Oh, Jesus. I don't know about this. It looks so simple, as if a child built it and not such an advanced Minecraft player as myself. It's just that I don't really know what else to do with it, but I do know what to do instead of all these torches that I just spammed on the ground. And the idea is to replace all of these with lampposts. Wait, oh no. Okay, luckily I still have 5 blocks of iron. So let's craft some lanterns. Okay, I need to figure out how I'm gonna do this. Though I think I have an idea. Something like this, some fences, and... Wait, what? Oh. I guess it looks alright. Maybe we could try... That looks a little better. Maybe we could also get rid of this. Okay, without that, it's a little better. Maybe we could do a little something with trapdoors. Yeah, that looks decent. Let's build a couple more of these. Why not? I gotta tell you, now that these lampposts are there, everything is starting to come together. And I just came up with another idea. We could try adding a little pond here. And now I kind of regret letting those axolotls go, but oh well, what's done is done. And I'd like to somehow show off the dragon egg in that pond. And it would also be cool to have a beacon on there. And you know what that means? That means that we once again have to go to the Nether and find a fortress and then try getting 3 skulls, and hopefully we'll get to fight the Wither. Oh yeah, I just realized that if I'm gonna try to get Wither skulls, I should probably get looting on my sword, because without it, it would take way too long. So now, I guess it's time to spend some more time on our XP farm. Oh my god, we got it. And we got it on the best sword of all time. I genuinely don't know if this could have been worse. Bane of Arthropods, Knockback 2, but at least we got the looting, so I guess we could just put that on our Sharp 4 sword. So I'm gonna do that and go to the Nether to kill some skeletons. Let's go! We finally managed to get 3 skulls. It didn't even take that long, but it wasn't quick either, which means that... oh my god. Is the IRS. Apparently I didn't pay taxes for the farm. I gotta make sure not to kill the cows. Alright, tax status
Evaded.
So now we can get to fighting the Wither. And there are a couple ways we could do this. First, we could build a giant platform and fight it there, but I feel like that's a little unnecessary. We could also just do it here, but since that's the only island in this world, this really isn't the greatest idea. Again, we could do this in so many ways, but I think the best one would be to just do it underground. So let's go inside. Let's get a good bow. In this case, this power 3 will have to do. Let's also take a whole lot of arrows, which we have a lot of because of our mob farm. Speaking of, I'm gonna have to go there. Dude, why did I have to place my anvil all the way up there? I keep having to go there. I think I'm just gonna use the last of my elytra. Or maybe not. Now let's put these 2 together. We've got 3 stacks of arrows, and I don't think we're gonna be any more ready than this. Actually, no, hold on a second. Because I just realized I could make myself some golden apples. Because I've got quite a lot of normal apples because of how many trees I've been cutting down. I also have a lot of gold that I stole from the Nether. And that's perfect because those golden apples could come in handy. Killing the Wither probably isn't gonna be that much of an issue, but you never know. Everything is possible. Pearls are also good, and I think this is as good as it's gonna get. So let's get on my boat, find a cave that isn't all underwater, and there we'll be able to fight the Wither. But before we do that, I forgot that I still need 4 soul sand. Just like that. Alright, we've got our soul sand, and finally let's get into our boat and go looking for a cave. Alright, we found one. It's not the biggest, but maybe if we go in that direction, there's definitely a lot of mobs in here, but honestly, I don't think we need that much space anyway. I mean, the most convenient way to do this is just fight the Wither in a small tunnel, but that would be pretty boring. So I guess we'll just wing it and just place it right here, why not? Here we go. Okay, it's alive. Okay, half his health is already gone. Okay, now we're getting a little too close, bro. Okay, let's eat a golden apple just in case, and let's just crit him out. Nothing crazy, our armor should be fine. Yep, there it goes. We got a rose, we got the star. Our armor is pretty damaged, but the fight was easy peasy. So now let's head back home, turn our ender chest into obsidian because we're not gonna need it anyway. We also have to smelt some sand, and just like that, we can finally craft our beacon. So let's go out, get ourselves 9 blocks of gold, place it down. Let's go! We got the achievement and everything, and now we can give ourselves effects like speed or haste. The haste isn't really anything crazy because it's level 1 instead of 2, but if we ever decide to go mining, then it'll definitely come in handy. Maybe I'll expand on that at some point. Either way, we've got the beacon, we've got the dragon egg, so we've progressed a lot, which is good because our time is almost over. We're at day 78, which means I have 22 days left, and I think I'd like to spend this time making this island look beautiful because 1, I really want to do it, and 2, it'll make for a nice thumbnail. So now I'm gonna shut up and get to work. And so I did. I spent most of my time gathering materials in order to build this cool windmill, some cool hills, and also these sick tentacles to make it look like there's a giant monster attacking the island. And in the end, this is what the island is looking like. If you made it this far into the video, make sure to subscribe, and I'm gonna go record some more videos. Later.